And welcome everybody. So my name's George. I work in integrity systems and have been with NLIS for just over 20 years now. Done a fair few workshops down in Tasmania, so hopefully I can teach you a few little tricks. So this is the home page that Joe was just talking about. If you want to create a new account, click on register. I've already got mine, so I'll click on login. Enter in my user ID and your password. Login. And this is your home page. This is called the producer home page. And first thing we're going to go through is change button. So if you click on the change, it allows you to change your details, some of your details. Click on continue, and you can change your email address, your phone number, some of your details. It's very important to keep your email address updated. It's the most crucial part for us to contact you with. So we contact you for these sorts of events, and if anything goes wrong with the database as well. And then all the activities I can do. You can untick them if you don't want to do any, but we just leave them all ticked. The main purpose of coming into here is to change your phone number or your email address. Go back to home and you change your details. So it's very important that you change and keep your email updated. Can't emphasize that enough, because that's how we contact you for lots of reasons. So your details of the date, you can always see it on the screen. And there's a lot of help tools. So I click on this help button up here, and Joe and the team are working on more tools, a lot more videos. So these are all fairly old now. Well, some of these are quite old, 2013. You click on help, change your species if you've got sheep. These are the color ones. And there's a list of all the tech tips or user guides we've got to help you through the database. So there's a few of them. So we're going to be updating a lot of these, converting them into YouTube clips, little clips to make life a lot easier. This is the core part of the system. I'm working with cattle. You can change that to sheep, mobs, goats, leave it on cattle, as we've done most of the day. And then your activity, what do you want to do today? I want to, this is broken up into 3 areas. The first bit is just to change your livestock. So if you no longer have sheep, you click on this and you can remove your sheep. Don't deal with sheep anymore. Now it's gone. So the 2 main parts, or there's 3 parts: changing the details, notify the database of, and that's doing something. By doing, I mean you're actioning transfers, movements, taking tags off the database. And then there's a list of reports, just to look at. This is what we call the viewing option, and this is the doing option. So we break it up into 2 sections. Of course, and your poll show that it's your responsibility to transfer livestock onto your property. That's what we'll do first. So we'll look at transferring onto your property, and then we'll go through some reports. So the first one we'll do, we'll look at, is this livestock moved onto my property? This is your legislative requirement to notify the database when you move cattle onto your property through a private sale. So you're going to type in the details, or you can upload a file. We'll use this type in the details, which is the fastest and easiest way to do it, unless you've got software. You've got a scanner with built-in software, then it'll do it all for you. You click in type in the details. Excuse me. And here you type in the details, or you can just copy and paste. If you have a list, even from your reader, you can just copy and paste. So there's one tag number that I've copied. Coming from the same. And as Joe pointed out, that's the outside number of the tag. And we know that QAZZ 7777, this is my pick, my test account. is the breeder of this animal, and that's where it's coming from. Go to my other property. I have a vendor deck number, and this animal arrived yesterday. It's pretty simple. Now, this copy and paste, you can put as many tags in there as possible. A couple of thousand will fit, but it's not ideal. Certainly several hundred would have no problems whatsoever. Click continue. Now, to the last page before we change any data, this is your confirmation page saying, is this what you want to do? Do you want to move this one tag from here to here with this waybill number on this date? Pretty simple. Click send. It's now given you a receipt number or an upload number. So the file has gone through to the database. This is live, this is real. So you can keep a record of this. You can copy, write that number down. You will get an email. The email has been sent to this email address. But to view, you click on view my transaction history. Now this is going to show you everything that we've done today. Being done in 2 days. We only need to see the last file we just uploaded. So everything we've done today. And there it is there, manual upload. That's the file we just did. And it's come up with a warning. Once what the warning is, we click on the warning, and it tells us that it was an EU eligible animal. So it gives us warnings straight away. So this device is not EU eligible, has been transferred to an EU PIC. So you get a call from UCAS unless it's a breeding bull and you have a approval for it. So straight away, you see exactly what's happened. And there's a list of all the files that I've used today and status. The system is pretty quick. It handles it in a very short period of time. To have a look at all your warnings, you can click on home. And again, from here, you're looking for the reports because that's what you're looking. It's a view. You want to view all your notifications that you've received. And remember, if you've got your email address in there that's correct, you'll get all these notifications. There's a list of all the warnings, errors you've received. Just want to see what has not worked. You want to see what the errors are. This is of the errors that I've received. You'll see the warnings. This is the last one we just did now. The time, 8:48. I click on that to show us the same message as before. It's an important report to run, so you can go back and have a look at what you've done previously. That's the actioning, and they're all pretty similar. The livestock moved off or on. If you are moving them off, and your neighbour said, "I'll buy these off you," provided you do the uploads. Same system, same principle. Look at some reports now. Have you generated all reports? The first one we'll look at is livestock transferred onto PIC. So we're going to look at the property we just moved onto, QBZZ. And we say, give us everything that's moved on this year. Again, this is the viewing part only. And we have all these are sortable. There's a list of 6 tags or 6 animals that have been transferred onto my property of QBZZ222 since the 30th of January till the 30th of August, till today. If we sort lowest to highest, highest to lowest, that's the same tag that we just moved a few minutes ago. So pretty simple, and these things are sortable, and that's your basic report. You have 2 properties. You want to have a look on moved on the other property. Nothing. Change the date range. 1 animal. Again, this is my test account. As you can see, the reports are very quick, very easy to run. Active devices on reports. This will give you a list of everything that database has been on your property. Another important report. You can then use this to say, well, there's 45 devices. How many do I have? As Joe alluded to earlier, you could buy the property. There could be tags left over. These are all sortable. All these fields are sortable. If you wanted this list included into your software system, if you click on export, you can just follow the guide. They're pop-ups, so they're probably hidden behind the window. So if you click on the export button down here, and you're able to select any one of these fields and save it on your computer. So there's all the list of reports you can run. So devices that you've purchased, animals that you've purchased. If you set tags to inactive, so if you have to do what they call a PIC reconciliation, where you've been told you've got too many tags on your system, or you've bought animals in that you haven't transferred and you get audited, the auditor will may ask you to do a reconciliation. They use all these reports to run your PIC reconciliation. That's a very quick and short summary. Play with this system. You can play with these reports. I showed you those reports about the devices on your property. So it doesn't take long to run these reports. They're pretty simple to run. Devices on your property, they're easy to run. You can't really break the system. This isn't very fast. It takes seconds to run. So have a play. Certainly play with the reports if cattle moved on, moved off, active devices, and use this help function. And the final statement, please make sure that your email address is up to date.